everyone, and welcome to Pop Culture Spread, our fun weekly movie and streaming news show with a twist. If you are new to the channel, welcome. My name is Rick. Hit that like and subscribe button. Also, hit that notification bell. We would really appreciate it. Also, remember, you can hear us on audio podcast on Spotify, Apple, Amazon, and where all good podcasts are found. Check out our merch store as well. All the links are down below. And joining me on the show, as always, he's the other half of Pop Culture Spread and my good mate, VHS. Jace, how are you, buddy?
Good. I'm a little bit slow there today, as you can see. The timing of what you were saying and the graphics below are a bit off.
You just got your internet fixed.
Yeah. So I'm just going, wow, this is the internet. It's amazing.
Look at it go.
No, I'm doing good, mate. Yep, doing good as always. Always great to have a chat about what's going on in the world of entertainment.
No worries. Well, mate, we've got a bit to cover today. So let's get into some big news. Wow. Now, I have not followed the WWE for a very long time, but the big news we're talking about is Vince McMahon out at the WWE and the UFC owner TKO. The WWE founder faced allegations of battery and sex trafficking by a former employee. Wow, this is big news, Jace. Hence why we have talked about it.
It's appropriate for the segment, is it not? Look, this isn't the first time. If you know, back in 2022, Vince McMahon had left the WWE under a bit of cloud of some, controversy. Here it's kind of come to the fore that he's had to stand down due to the allegations of battery and sex trafficking, which is insane allegations.
Big allocation,
big allegations. And you know what? We have to treat Vince with the same respect that we treat anybody that's had allegations that he is innocent until proven guilty. So I would like to say that these are, again, allegation, and it is not an indication this man actually did what he's accused of doing. And in saying that, I mean, the thing that blew me away is not only was he, the big boss of WWE.
He's the face of it.
But he was the executive chairman on the TKO board of directors, which owns the UFC. So these are two of the biggest sporting entities on the planet that he's had to walk away from this. He's come out with a statement saying, I stand. Well, sorry, I scrolled too much there. I stand. Whoa, computer's starting to play. There you go.
Internet, mate. Super fast.
It's so fast I can't even highlight anymore. I stand by my prior statement that Miss Grant's lawsuit is to replete with lies, obscene made-up incidences that never occurred, and is a vindictive distortion of the truth. I intend to vigorously defend myself against these baseless accusations and look forward to clearing my name. That's some aggressive wording there, is it not, Rick?
It's a bit, and he's actually
not happy.
So he stepped down, or did the board go, you need to step down?
In those scenarios, Rick, it's pretty well self-sufficient, is it not? Like, it pretty well explains itself, does it not? I mean, if that's the case, then, you know what I mean? He's had pressure to do this.
Yeah.
I mean, this is a man who has, he has not been without controversy in the past, but... So I think the board's just going, mate, you should have already stayed retired.
Mate,
time to go. Yeah.
I mean, I don't know who this Miss Grant is, but it doesn't say Miss Grant's lawsuit. Yeah. I don't know who that is.
No, you don't. I mean, they haven't been out with the. I mean, okay, there's a bit of details here. Let's get into it. Okay, while the loose lawsuit was exposed, McMahon has been grappling with other legal issues. Oops, sorry. Okay. This is different. Federal agents served a search warrant on his home and issued a subpoena in investigation connected to the WWE misconduct claims. So he's had his house searched over this, by the looks of it.
This is, yeah.
So, there's something there. There is something there. Whether it's untrue or not, but there's something there enough that the police got a search warrant. That's pretty nuts, So, Look, all we can do is follow this story closely, Rick, and just see how it all plays out. But he is innocent until proven guilty. But if he's proven guilty, he deserves all the wrath of the law here. But what a sad, sad story of the end of a legacy that this man built. He took WWE from mild success to a global phenomenon under his reign.
I mean,
He did
everyone knows.
more for wrestling than probably any man in the history of the sport. You know, it's incredible, and like I said, tragic and sad that if this comes out to be true.
If this is the way that he's going to go out, then that's pretty sad. But like you said, until he's proven guilty or innocent, whatever, let's just follow the story and see what happens.
That's it. The right way to go about it. Yeah.
No worries, mate. All right, buddy. Let's get into what's in some other news.
Oh, excuse me.
It brings me great joy and pleasure to hear that Deadpool 3 has finished wrapping up. And Deadpool 3, Ryan Reynolds commemorates wrapping production despite Hugh Jackman's involvement. And in classic Ryan Reynolds form, he sends out a tweet, and it's just phenomenal. I love what he's done. The banter between the two are just incredible. I love it. So good to hear that this is wrapped up, and really looking forward to seeing a trailer to Deadpool 3. Jace, I see you got the tweet there that he posted.
The post, yeah, of his groin, his sweaty groin. What can you say, Rick? You know, this is good news. I mean, if it's wrap production, it means it's in the can, which means hopefully there's not many reshoots, and they can get this film together and get it out July 26th, right? That's 5 months away from now.
Not far.
So that's a rush in this day and age. That's a rush to the finish line. If you've just finished photography and you are now got to get it all together by that day, they're going to be working their butts off to get it finished. So, which is great. Which is you know, some great films that we've loved over the years had that same sort of pressure. No, I'm really excited. I think there's a lot of pressure on this film now, more so than ever before, because of the recent failings of Marvel.
Correct.
And they continue to deliver us mediocre content at the moment. If anyone watched Echo recently, I would suggest that that's an example of them just missing the beat. So it means a movie like Deadpool 3 really becomes important for the health of Marvel Studios, you know, to make a film that's going to make $1 billion. And you would suggest Deadpool 3 will make $1 billion, but
the last two did. So
yeah. You know, I thought it was really sweet, though, what Ryan Reynolds posted about, you know, getting to work with his friends.
Yeah.
You know, he got to make a movie with Hugh, and they got to live out that idea that those two should be in a film together. It's just,
there's a lot of things floating around. It is a lot of set photos floating around, and there's a lot of theories that are going around of this movie. Do Deadpool and Wolverine fight in this movie?
No, I mean, of course. I mean, some of the theories will be accurate. Some of them will be way off. We don't know what that shot is about. Yeah. Like, exactly one of the things that have come out, the statements that came out by the director, who I kind of like. He's a good director. He's made some very popular films recently. But where was the comment? I just want to have a look. Sean Levy, who's been now a good Hollywood director, did the Night at the Museum franchises, but have done things like Free Guy, worked with Ryan Reynolds before. He makes movies that make money. Anyway, he goes, he said this, we wanted to make something that felt grounded, real. Yeah. We put Hugh Jackman in his most iconic character alongside Ryan Reynolds in his most iconic character. It's more of a descent of Midnight Run and 48 Hours and Planes, Trains and Automobiles, more than it's descendant of Airplane, Flying High, as we know it here in Australia. Which I really love that, because you break that down a bit. He's talking about, like, this is a road movie. This is a buddy movie, road movie, which is exactly what it should be. And it's not just a goofy comedy, you know?
Yeah.
But highest respect to movies like Airplane, because it's genius. But for this film, you know, and I love that. I love the fact that it's set outside and not in a green screen studio.
Yeah.
I'm sure there will be some green screen
Of
stuff
course.
without question,
Yeah.
but the fact that they were out there doing it, and that's probably one of the reasons we got a lot of set photos too, because they were out there for real doing this movie.
Yep. Part of the multiverse. So looking forward to it. So I'm can't wait for a trailer to come out. So we're assuming a trailer should be coming out in the next few months. You would think, definitely.
I think we won't get a trailer till really late with this one, Rick.
You reckon?
Yeah, just because.
What, closer to July?
Yeah, just because they just finished filming, they have to put it together. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So maybe a couple of months, maybe around April, May, we get something.
Yeah, we're looking forward to it. Yeah. All right. Let's move on to the next story, mate. As we know, the Oscars are going to be on very, very soon. Oscar nominations 2024. Oppenheimer dominates with 13 nods. Poor Thing follows with 11. And I know there was some Oscar buzz around Barbie and Margot Robbie and the director being shunted, which has obviously news as well. What's going on here, Jace? What's your predictions here?
Well, you kind of hit on a couple of things which I think are very indicative to the Oscars. But let's have a look a bit more. You kind of mentioned briefly some of the films that have got big nominations. Oppenheimer's not a surprise.
Yeah,
that would be an Oscar film. Poor Things, I've heard really good things about, so I'm not surprised there. Scorsese doing one of I think is one of his greatest films, of course. He's going to get. So and there's no real surprise there. There's a bunch of films there I've not even heard of. However, it just continues to show the biggest failing of award shows, Rick, is the disconnect for what you and me see and watch and rate highly to what they see. And I think that's the biggest. There's nothing wrong for them internally to celebrate films that they believe are high art or the high standard of the film industry. But don't expect the public to go in. Yeah, people were annoyed that Margot Robbie did not get nominated, and I was super annoyed that the director, Greta Gerwig. And I understand that, because that was the biggest film that crossed all demographics. That was the film of 2023. And when Ryan Gosling gets nominated in a supporting role, and so does her co-star America Ferrera gets up for.
Really?
Yeah, they're both up for Oscars.
No wonder she's pissed.
But she doesn't get one, which is kind of dumb, because it's kind of like you're putting the toe in the water. Like, come on, Margot Robbie was Barbie in that film and did an exceptional performance, and not an easy performance to do. So, no, I just go, no, you're disconnected. You don't get it. You
can't have.
Like, I can't rate you because, yes, you know, I do agree with you. Oppenheimer, Killers of the Flower Moon. Oh, there have been definitely some movies on that list that I have seen or want to see. But it's just like, you're so separate. Like, it just makes no sense. And unfortunately, I also believe, and this is indicative of what we spoke about with the other award shows, the Emmys and the Golden Globes, they're polluted by political agenda. They're tarnished. They don't connect with the audience anymore. It's time to stop televising, keeping them internal. And they need to rethink these people about maybe presenting something to the globe that we want to see. Not this stuff.
That's right. Napoleon gets 3. No, like I've heard. I haven't seen it, but I heard it was really bad, and a lot of people actually walked out of the cinema.
But we don't know what they're for. I mean, that could be for costume design. It would make sense, something like that, or cinematography, or something like that. Yeah, we don't know what they're for. It's just I just don't really relate to the way these award shows operate anymore. I don't see value in them. I think they try to force what they're trying to tell you what a good film is. And it kind of goes against the cinematic experience in some ways, because no film, like, nobody should tell you what you should think about a film, because everybody interprets film as subjective, like, and it's the way it should always be. And shows like this really go, no, these are the best films of the year. No. Maybe I saw a straight-to-video Sharktopus film and went, that's the best film I've seen of the year. Who are you to tell me it wasn't? No, it was just my taste. So there you go. Anyway.
I'm sure we'll hear all about it when it comes out. When's it airing? Very soon, I believe. Oh, it's coming out. But anyway, I'm sure we'll just watch the sizzle reel on YouTube like everyone else. No one's actually going to sit through the whole Oscars.
Well, that's the other thing now. Nobody watches the award shows. We just see the shorts or the TikTok clips that come up. Done. Yeah. We're out.
That's it. I've seen it all. That's it.
That's it. Nobody actually wants to watch the whole show anyway anymore.
Yeah. Good on you, Oscars. Good work. Yeah. All right, let's move on to the next story. We've got some Marvel news, Jace. Marvel Thunderbolts. Lewis Pullman, top choice to replace Steven Yeun. Pullman is coming off the work of Lessons of Chemistry and among the cast of Top Gun Maverick. What's going on here? Is this a good thing for Marvel? Marvel's really starting to lose it a bit here, Jace.
Thunderbolts, to me, is one of those films that has the potential to be fun, to capture that spirit, that kind of adventure. If you look at the cast that they put together so far, it's a fun kind of cast. It's a fun group of characters to kind of put through a kind of Suicide Squad-ish kind of concept, I would say. And, you know, again, you're right. We've got a lot of problems in Marvel at the moment. But, you know, what they do well is they cast well. Now, Steven Yeun had been cast. I didn't say exactly what role he was going to play. I think there was rumours about, do they have it here? I can't remember the name of the character now. I'm sure the audience will be able to tell us. But either way, he had to drop out, Steven Yeun. He had to leave because of scheduling conflicts around the strike. So they found a replacement. And this kid is a really good actor. He's really good. He was good in Top Gun Maverick and Lessons in Chemistry. He's a talented kind of thing. So this film, which was due to come out this year, which I don't believe is not coming out until next year now.
Next year.
It's been pushed back. No, Rick, I think beyond Deadpool 3, this is the only other film in current production I think has some potential for Marvel. So it's good that they got good actors. That's, you know, got a good cast together.
It's got a huge cast.
Yeah.
Massive cast. You know? Lawrence Pugh, Sebastian Stan, David Harbour, Wyatt Russell. It's got them all. So
it's got them all. It's got them all. And they're fun characters to all jam together.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, Marvel need to back up. Like you said, they've had some tragic things at the moment, and it's not good. Like you said,
the streaming experience, the extreme experiment, and you've got to call it experiment at this point because of how they've reacted to it over the last 3 years has been more damaging than helpful for Marvel Studios. We got some really good stuff, and then we got some awful stuff. And because of, like, I'll just say She-Hulk, right? I would say that has become a victim of what's going on at the moment because She-Hulk kind of deserves a second season in my mind very much, even though they wrote a kind of closing off point for it. As it was a fun character that was just trying to find its feet, and I'm sure season 2 they would have done that. But because we've had things like Hawkeye and Echo and what else? I mean, a lot of stuff we're just kind of forgetting at this point on purpose. We've had some dud series that unfortunately we've had so many dud series as far as the public's concerned. It's put even a damper on the great stuff like WandaVision or Loki season 2 or things like that. I just think they need to focus on 2 films a year. That's it. Or 1 film a year, 1 streaming show a year. That's it.
Yep.
So,
well, the next,
but I'm rooting for this one.
Daredevil's the next streaming show, and if they don't, you know,
well, look what they've done there. Talk about red flags, Rick.
That's all over the place, mate.
That is all over the place. They turn around and they go, "All right, it's going to be a complete reboot of the character." To now, oh no, it's a sequel series, and we're bringing back the old cast.
Yeah,
and it's directly it starts to just think they're just making it up. They're going along. You know, you would have thought that would have been set in stone way before they started filming, but
yeah. All right. All right, we'll keep following this story. Here we go. All right, mate, let's get into one of my favorite segments, and that is the train wreck of the week. Who's on today, Jace? What have we got?
Rick, Pauly Shore is being sued for alleged violent assault at Los Angeles The Comedy Store. Don't you love a good headline? Because that headline makes you think like Pauly Shore got a punch up with someone.
You had me at Pauly Shore.
He did not. He was basically heckling a couple and suggested to security that they beat the crap out of him. But this is Pauly Shore. I mean, look at Pauly Shore now. He's gone on for a few years. So God bless him.
Look at him.
Yeah, and he's been a stand-up comedian for decades and with fame there for a while in the 90s. It was a good 5 to 6 year period where he was on top of the world. However, in recent years, he's made some dumb moves. I mean, okay, the suit filed alleges that security... Oh, wow, I don't know what's wrong with my mouth.
It's that internet, Jace.
Yeah, it's that internet. Alleges that security members at the Comedy Store violently grab and attack the plaintiff while his daughter was present. The allegations also state that the victim sustained severe injuries, resulted in Potts facing mental and emotional distress and extreme mental anguish. So his feelings got hurt.
So he made a joke.
So both they allege that what Shaw did was agreed with and encouraged the attack.
Okay.
So that's what he's being sued for. But he's just that guy who attacks a lot of trouble. Like, did you hear about he announced that he's doing a biopic of Richard Simmons, right?
Yeah.
Except Richard Simmons didn't ask Richard Simmons. Now, have a look at this picture here, all right? Let's have a look at this. We're going to move on.
They look alike, man. That's freaky.
Like, they look alike, right? You can see it in between.
Yeah.
This ad. Mate, it's pretty good, right? I mean, you would say, you know what, Paulie, you could probably do this. Maybe ask Richard Simmons if he's okay with it, because he is not. He's not
just like, I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
Is that his comeback? That's Pauly Shore's comeback.
Hey, and look at his statement. Hi, everybody. You may have heard that they may be doing a movie about me with Pauly Shore. I've never given my permission for this movie, so don't believe everything you read. I no longer have a manager. I no longer have a publicist. I try to live a quiet life and be peaceful. Thank you for your love and support, Richard.
Wow.
Yeah, maybe you need a bit more class there, Paulie. You know, and maybe not egging on the bouncers, beat the crap out of people who've come and paid to watch your comedy show.
Watch your show. Yeah.
You know, maybe not so smart. So.
Wow.
It's just a shame he wouldn't organise that, because when I'd heard that he was going to play Richard Simmons in a biopic, I'm going, well, pretty good casting. Like,
why wouldn't Richard do it? Like, why wouldn't he just give him his blessing?
Maybe because I think Richard Simmons always had a private life. He maybe just doesn't want his life distorted and made into a Hollywood film. Because anyone, if I ever was like famous and alive and they said to make a biopic, I'd say, do it when I'm gone. I don't want to see you kind of take elements and distort them and, you know, take things out of context. Nah. So I don't blame him for that. But Pauly Shore, poor Paulie, you know, all we can hope for is maybe Biodome 2. Maybe that's what we can hope for.
Yes. Good call, Jake. Good call. Well, mate, that about wraps it all up. It's another show done and dusted. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. But before we go, Jace, let's do a bit of plugs. Guys, you can check me out, obviously, here on the channel. We've got a lot of trailer reactions and a whole lot more, so you can check me out there. Jace, where can everyone find you? You around?
Yes, you can find me at the Jason Roy Gaston channel that is flashing up on my screen. Just look that up on YouTube. I can do that now. Good internet. Go check us out there. There's so much fun stuff going on there. You can also check me out occasionally, but my colleague Jason Roy Gaston and Captain Joe Dove over in the Captain's Quadrant for all things Trek related every Thursday night, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time in America. can also, if you're into Doctor Who, go check out Joe's new show called The Console Room, where they're digging deep into Doctor Who over there. And if you want to follow me personally, come and check me out over at TikTok under VHS Chase. It's where all the member berries live. So if you like nostalgia, there's a lot of nostalgia happening in there. And yeah, that's about it, Rick.
That's about it. Awesome, Jace. All right. Oh my God, we completely forgot, mate. We've got the new segment Around the World.
Oh my God!
Wrap up.
We better do it. We couldn't end the show without it, could we?
Oh, no. Take us around the world, Jace. Where are we going?
This week, I believe, and I can't find the real source of this.
Right.
I do believe this aired in a European country, and I know specifically, but it's definitely European. And
Okay.
I don't know, man. I've seen talent around the world, Rick. I've seen it. All right. I've no talent. It's out there. I've witnessed amazing things.
Right.
But as we leave you tonight, I don't think I've ever seen this. So from myself, it's a good evening. From Rick, it's a good evening.
Good evening.
And please enjoy. Thanks for watching the Pop Culture Spread YouTube channel. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring that notification bell. Also, don't forget to follow us on all our social media platforms. And if you're looking for some quality wear, don't forget to check out our merchandise store available right now.